This should work now. It's the wrong mic. This mic, for whatever reason, isn't working. It's pulling a different mic that I have. I gotta get this one USB one that I was using and it worked. I'm not sure why my Rodecaster is not working. What I was basically saying is Triple Threat's been hot. Content later today. We'll have an SGP posted very soon. I just hate this camera because this camera's not as good quality-wise. It's nowhere near as good. So like this mic quality-wise, like I have this whole like fancy ass setup here, but it's just for whatever reason not working. It's got to be something to do with my XLR, but we've been real hot with NHL recently. Let's keep that up. Been a nice start to the season. Want to do more of that as well. I think that's going to be a ton of fun going forward. Let me see. Okay, let's go through it today. 4 games on the slate. I'm most likely going to build a parlay over on ProfitX using their parlay builder now. Again, brand new, best price basically on the market. You're not going to beat it anywhere on any book. Available in about 40 plus states. If you guys are not already on ProfitX, they're giving $200 back across your first month if you use code Cheddar. So go check that out. And yeah, I think it should be really, really good. So as we go through everything, I'm going to probably pick one mainline prop from everything here today. I don't think necessarily these are 4 big games BS bets, but you guys are going to see me a lot today. I'm going to be live right now. Be live at 5 o'clock with Chalkboard to kind of go over some finalized picks and some players that I like. I'll be live again at 7 p.m. for the Detroit Red Wings, Florida Panthers SGP. I'll probably post that SGP around 6:30 over to Onyx, and then we're going to sweat it out for 2.5, 3 hours. So it'll be a ton of fun. Excited to kind of get it going. Let's get into today, though. We have a couple teams already starting their morning skates. We won't really get the lines from the remainder of the teams. Let's see here. All right. Oh, sorry. I gotta turn off Discord notifications. I get way too distracted. So let's go into the teams to play today. Buffalo, couple lineup changes. Zach Benson looks like he's going to draw in. Obviously, with that, who's out? Someone's out. A lot of guys are out. Jesus Christ. Josh Norris is out. Kesselring's out. Greenway's out. Ton of injuries here on this team. I feel bad for them. They lose another game today, and it's just going to continue to spiral. I'd actually like them to win. Funny enough, I think they've got to win a game eventually. Waggy, I got bad news for you. He's not playing today. It looks like he was just on the ice testing things out. It didn't look I doubt he's in today. Appleton was skating with the top line. So I think a good sign. Raymond isn't seriously hurt. It seems like a small injury, but I doubt he plays today. Regardless, I like Tage today. Also really like Josh Doan. He's been good for shots recently. Quandale, we'll talk about it. I already got a little bit of research on that Sanderson stuff, so I like it. We'll talk about it. I agree, Waggy. It could have been more serious, right? So if he misses a couple of games, whatever. Lucas Raymond's too good to miss for a long time. We got this same lineup here. Really nothing changing. For Chicago, I'm really not interested in them today. Detroit, as we talked about, Lucas Raymond most likely won't play today. Mason Appleton was on that top line with Lucas Raymond or with Dylan Larkin and Emmett Finney. For me, I like the second line. I think this first line is going to lose a little bit of chemistry today. I think that first line is going to struggle without Lucas Raymond. So I go all into Marco Kasper, Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane. They've been the better 5-on-5 line regardless, where Larkin and Raymond have been really focused on power play points. So I like this line a lot. If I'm targeting anyone, it's them. Florida, it doesn't look like they're changing anything. Sam Reinhart's been a consistent performer. For the most part, this team's just so difficult to beat. They grind you down. They play a really good style of hockey. Even with their 2 best players out, it's pretty impressive how good they are and how good they look. But I'm going to back Detroit today. Home team. I think they're going to want to come out for blood. Florida, no Wild, Canadians, Preds. Nope, none of these teams play. Ottawa, Brady Tkachuk's out. Unfortunately, Brady Tkachuk is out and hurt. He will not be playing today. However, it does seem like Drake Batherson will come in for his first game of the season. Curious what that does with shots. Obviously, Dylan Cousins back in his first game in Buffalo this year. I think it's second total game back in Buffalo. Unfortunately, Josh Norris is hurt. Fabian Zetterlund gets the first line left wing spot for Brady Tkachuk, so maybe circle him down for shots could be a decent look. I know last year he had a nice little intuition to shoot. Also, Pinto, Greg, Giroux, I like this a lot as a third line. I actually honestly like it better than that line. Sanderson, we'll talk about. I know a couple people mentioned him. In the top line power play, it looks like Batherson will just replace Brady. The rest of them will stay the same. Yeah. Anyone else play today? St. Louis. St. Louis doesn't look like any changes. Actually, no changes. Jimmy Snuggerud is off the top line. I don't think that's going to stick, but we'll see what happens. I thought Jimmy had his best game of the bunch last time, right? He came out with 2 goals, I believe, last game that he played. So kind of shocked they would finally change him now. Regardless, my favorite play of the day is Robert Thomas. Jimmy's kind of a nice add-on, but I think he's still on the top power play. Yeah, he's still on the top power play, so I'm not overly that worried about it. We're not going to even look at this guy's name. We can't. We have to avoid everything with him. But yeah, I like Robert Thomas a lot, and we'll talk about him a little bit more. I'll take a look at Jake Neighbors too. And then Utah should be the last team, which no changes to their lineup. This line's been the best line so far. I like Dylan Guenther's shots as we saw in the triple threat, but I do think Clayton Keller's going to have a big game today. I'm trying to find a point pair with Keller, and I don't want to reuse Robert Thomas because then that gives me a lot of what is the word I'm trying to think? I'm trying not to double dip on Robert Thomas and have too much rely on him, which means like I'm kind of trying to find a pair for Keller, and I just can't. Yeah, exposure is a good word. Pair with Darlene. I think I'd pair it with Tage. I think Tage would be the most likely guy I would pair it with because I do think Buffalo, they have to eventually. And Ottawa hasn't looked that good yet to start the year. Now with Brady out, it might be Tage for me, but we'll see. I'm still trying to finalize that. Again, I think Robert Thomas Keller are probably my 2 favorite. But again, having his assist exposures doesn't really make sense to me to go triple down on exposure on him. I think that's all the teams today, right? Power play, it's no Peterka, right? Yeah. I like Peterka point when I was looking at it, and I was just like, Unfortunately for me, with Peterka not on the first power play, that scares me. All right, so let's get into it. Ottawa Buffalo, a couple guys. Tage Thompson's been ripping so far this year, and in all 3 games, he's got over 10 shot attempts a game in the 3 games. At plus money, I like this a ton. He's 100% going to be part of my mega. I'll probably just bump him down to 3. And in terms of his points, he only got his first goal last game against Colorado. The team's been struggling to score, to be quite honest. I like him. I think he's going to have a good game today. It's up to Linus Ullmark, right? Ullmark's a tough goalie to beat. Josh Doan been really good for shots, dating back to the end of last year when he got called up to Utah. Then he got traded this year, 3 of 3 so far. His volume's not great, but for a 2-shot on goal guy, it's not bad. So I kind of like Josh Doan. And then the other one, a lot of people have been talking about Jake Sanderson. Obviously, he's hit in every single game so far this year. And if you take out Brady Tkachuk, he's hit in 7 of his last 9 with really, really nice volumes. My one worry is on the road, it's only been 2 games. And in those 2 games, decent volume, hasn't had that much shooting. Or I guess he shot the puck a decent bit. It's good volume, not great volume. My worry is if you take out the whole Brady Tkachuk thing, Sanderson typically drops almost 2.5 shot attempts a game. No, that's 2 shot attempts a game. From home to road volume. He doesn't typically shoot that much on the road. Now, with 2 games without Brady, can I tell 100% that that's a road thing? Was it a game thing? I don't know. All that being said, without Brady Tkachuk, I'll probably just take him down to 2. Right? I'll include him in a mega. He seems pretty good at getting me 2. Regardless, I'm not as bullish on the 2.5 purely because, again, for whatever reason, he has these crazy home road splits that he has all year last year and kind of started along again this year. So we'll stay there. Someone mentioned Zetterlund. Zetterlund was a really good shot guy last year, but he like comes in bunches. When he has a game, he has a good game in bunches. When he doesn't, it's like, but now he's been bumped up to top line duties, second power play duties. Someone's got to shoot on this Ottawa team. Brady's really the only high volume shooter they have. So I feel like he can have a big shooting game today. I like the price too. It's not bad for a guy who only needs 2. When he plays top line, did he have any games without Brady last year? Well, before he was traded, he did, but that doesn't count. I just wanted to see his Ottawa games. I don't hate Zetterlund as an option at 2. I think it's a nice spot. Points-wise, someone mentioned Rasmus Dahlin. I like it. I mean, he's really good at home points regardless. 62% of games last year. Obviously, 6 out of 7 against Ottawa. Hit in Ottawa 4 straight, 5 of his last 6, 7 of his last 9, and 10 of his last 13. I think I did that math right. Dahlin, look, if anyone's going to do it, he's going to have to come up big. I think he had a pretty bad game against Colorado. Gifted Colorado their second goal. There was another play where he just didn't look very good when I was watching it. So, look, it's on Dahlin, it's on Tage Thompson. Those are the guys I like on Buffalo if I take anyone. So, moving on to Florida, Detroit. A couple guys. Alex DeBrincat for shots. Started the year real strong. So far this year, 3 of 3 games. Good volume. Looks good. I like him a lot. I like that line. They've been together for basically a whole year now with Casper and Kane. I'll back Alex DeBrincat. Also has got nice head-to-head history against Florida. Likes playing against them, likes shooting against them. I think Florida's got a big target on their back. Every team's going to bring their best game right now against the Florida Panthers. So we'll target that. Looks like Josh Doan is on the first power play, and Tuck's been moved to power play 2 now, which is interesting. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Reinhart. Reinhart's been good this year. Yeah, look, Florida 100% a tough opponent for shots. I just think with how DeBrincat's been shooting, like he got Toronto twice and he got shots again. Like Toronto's a tough opponent for shots. Montreal's usually a pretty they're middle of the pack. They're probably more towards the bad side, but like Toronto's not necessarily a good shot opponent either. Don't get me wrong, Florida's very good at shot suppression, but 3 shots for Kane look pretty, or sorry, for DeBrincat looks pretty good. Casper's interesting. He sold me the one day. He's typically very, very consistent at home, though. Very consistent at home. I had him here with the Chelly. He was the only one that sold our 1.5 shot on goal last Thursday, I believe it was. Uber consistent for 2. I almost wonder, would he go on power play 1 with Raymond out? I don't know. I don't know if he would or he wouldn't. But it does look nice. Maybe we do a 1.5 lay. Zetterlund, Doan, Casper. I got to find a couple more guys, but that could be fun. So I talked about Reinhart, right? I don't remember, actually. Reinhart, great this year. Hit in every single game so far. 6 shot attempts a game. That's good for him. He usually doesn't have that much volume, typically speaking. Oh, he's not on the road. A little bit worse on the road. Maybe I'll just buy him down to 2 for the mega today. But overall, Raymond's been pretty consistent as well. I like him. No, Waggy, I got you. You said JT comfort as well, so makes sense. I'll probably stay away from Larkin shots today. Probably stay away from Larkin everything, right? Playing with new line mates is a difficult adjustment there. Someone said Bennett. Bennett's got nice head-to-head history against Detroit. I just never know with Detroit what they're going to get. Some games they give up 40 shots. Some games they take 40 shots. Like I have no idea on what the hell they're going to bring. So I'll probably stay away. Ken Johnson on the first line. That's good. I was just going to say Ken Johnson just went over on the first line. For Columbus, we got some morning skates going around. Okay. Anton Lundell's been decent for shots. I mean, he's just really good at getting you 2. He's not going to get you much more. But it's a scary proposition. I hate guys that kind of end there. I like his point more than anything. He's been so consistent. He gets you 1 a game. He's been so good dating back to that playoff series. I like him. I like Lundell. I use Baby Barkov for a reason. Let's keep on moving through. We don't have that much to go through today. I'm completely off Calgary props, as you guys know. I say it every single time. I am not a fan of teams on back-to-backs. If a team's on a back-to-back, I am a complete stay away from betting them, unless the caveat is that the opposing team they're playing is also on a back-to-back. I kind of think of it as like two wrongs make a right. So when both teams are on a back-to-back, I kind of see it as a 0 slate. One team's on a back-to-back, I won't bet them. I'd rather not take the tired team that just had to travel or whatever it might be. JVR and power play 1? Yeah, I'm not betting on JVR, so. Genther, huge fan of Dylan Genther today. For shots. He's really good at home last year for shooting, especially for 3. Chelly talked about it yesterday, how he should be a 3.5 shot on goal guy. You're going to get tired Calgary team that just gave up like 35 shots yesterday. I like him a lot. You're going over Genther. He's got a point in every single game this season so far. This is their first home game. I think that crowd's going to be crazy. They haven't been good this year yet, but I think a home game for them would be a really good time for them to show up for their fans against a tired team. Backup goalie Devin Cooley expected a net today as a career 4.98 goals against average. I will love to hammer the fade there. Clayton Keller's been quiet this year. Captain in Utah, he was really good at home last year. So for me, I go right to him. It might be Keller Darlene over Keller Tage. Is that stupid? That might be stupid. But I'm not 100% sure. But I want Keller's point paired with someone or something. He's been really damn good. Loves playing Calgary. Really good stats against them. I like him for a point. I think this is going to be a Keller day over that second lines day. But I do like Genther to shoot. And obviously they're on the same power play, so they still get some action together. This year when they're playing, they've been pretty damn good. So I like Genther. Really good volume. Even the game he missed against Chicago, 7 shot attempts. You shoot 7 times, I think he's going to get 3 shots on goal. So really those are the only two things that stand out to me. A little sneakier one if people like. I like Mikhail Sergachev for a point. Yet to get a point today. But typically speaking, he was really good at home, much better at home than on the road last year. And again, if you think Utah's going to shoot a lot, power play 1, line 1, he plays like 27 minutes a game for them. So those are really the only ones. Peterka is an interesting one. If you want to play that second line, he's got a point in 2 of 3. He's got the best price at -132. He's the guy playing with Logan Cooley and Dylan Genther. Problem is Genther's like -190. Cooley's now like -170. Peterka's really the only person left from this line that you could play. So take a look at him. Other shots, guys. Barrett Hayton was good at the beginning of last year. Kind of scared away from him now. Kind of fell off. Not fell off, but his volume kind of dropped off a little bit. He's not a bad 1.5 guy if you want to take someone here. And honestly, -128 is a good price. So last one, Chicago, St. Louis. Again, I'm not taking him. I can't do it. Yeah, Tyler, I like the 3 of those guys. Those are probably my 3 favorite shooters today. I can't do it. We're done with him. We're just going to keep scrolling by. Puck and Spencer on Darlene Thomas. I'm already on Thomas on the triple threat. So, again, I'm not going to rerun Thomas anywhere. I do like the idea of having Darlene. I need a saver in there somewhere. So, nice job, Andrew. I like that a lot. I will say, wait, Canes. Oh, did I really say that yesterday? And I didn't take it myself? Fuck. I don't remember at this point. That was probably just like a leans thing where I'm just talking and I just completely forgot. So regardless, appreciate that. Thank you. Not really heavy on Chicago props today. I think St. Louis coming back home. I think they're going to have a big game. Jimmy Snuggerud's been really good for 2 shots. I'm with the caveat where he's taking off that top line kind of scares me off a little bit. I would then say, do we have Jake Neighbors? No, we don't have Jake Neighbors shots. What about a point for him? -105. That's not bad. He was really good at the end of last season. For this one, wait till the morning skate. Typically speaking, any game that's a 7 p.m. game, their morning skates are on like 10, 11 a.m., which is why we got the early ones out. What you're typically going to see now is these games, these later like 9 o'clock games, 9:30. They're probably going to have morning skate in the next hour to 2 hours. Wait to see what they do. Again, Snuggerud just scored 2 goals yesterday or last game. I'm not sure they're actually taking him off the top line, but they might. So wait till you see morning skate. I actually, if you guys are on X, I have a list of every team's beat writers in one where you can see basically, everything going on. So the team's beat writers will update you of lines and whatnot, and that's what I've been using to kind of see that. Andrew, I'm actually going to build an actual link today. I'm not going to make it a lean. I actually want to get a little bit of game line action. I've had a lot of people ask for game line action, which, again, I've been more of a player prop guy. So I'm going to build something out today. Saber Senators. Do we go safer or do we go long shot? I think we should just go safer. I think the Sabres, even if they lose, keep it close today. I actually lean Sabres to win as an underdog, but I like them to keep it close today. Panthers, Red Wings. I need to see who the Panthers are starting in net because the Panthers have a back-to-back with New Jersey tomorrow. So they could, hypothetically, they could save Bobrovsky for the Devils tomorrow and then run Fedotov or whoever. But Fedotov just started their last game. If I was a betting man, I think they're going to go to Bobrovsky today and Fedotov tomorrow. But wait, I don't think we have that news yet. Talbot, I think it's going to be Bobrovsky again because tomorrow they play New Jersey and then they're going to have to play the other one. So wait till we get a confirmed goalie there on Florida side. If we get that confirmed goalie, I like the over in this game. From what I've seen so far this year, Detroit's not really used to playing low-scoring games. I know they had a 3-2 against Toronto, but the 2 games before that, pretty high scoring. I like the over overall in Red Wings games. If you guys watched the last game, Cam Talbot stood on his head. He was incredible. Toronto should have scored 5 or 6. This defense still isn't good. Florida's defense is good, but I think Detroit's offense is also very good. So I like goals in this game. Can I even buy this down? Maybe like a 5.5? You could. I'd probably buy it down to 5.5 to be a little bit safer, but that would be my lean in this game. Blackhawks Blues, keep it real simple. I think the Blues win. I don't really have a choice on the side. I think the Blues of late, remember to that outdoor game last year, they usually really play well against the Blackhawks. So I like them there. I also like the Mammoth today. I feel like they've been defensively. I don't know. They're honestly not bad. Where the fuck are we? I went too far this year. So they played the Avs and only gave up 2. Played the Predators, only gave up 2. Played the Blackhawks, gave up 3. I think 1 was an empty netter, though. So they only gave up 2. That's pretty impressive. They've actually been pretty good defensively. For a team that I don't see that good defensively, I'd lean potentially under, but I could also see them scoring a ton. So today is a mostly favorites day, I guess. If you need me to pick a team to win every game, I go Sabres, Red Wings, Blues, Mammoth. So 2 underdogs, 2 favorites. I think for the actual official, I'm going to go Sabres plus 1.5. I'm going to take the over 5.5. I'll buy it down 1. I'll take the Blues to win. I'll take the Mammoth to win. I think that'll be my official. I have to build it on mobile because as of right now, if you guys are on ProfitX, if you guys are on ProfitX, Jesus Christ, I keep having these crazy brain farts. You can only build the parlays on mobile right now. So it's not available yet. And actually it says right now they're unavailable. So I'll build that out when I can. When they go back live later, I'll build it out. But go check it out when they are back. It's really, really fun. We get some good Grant, I'm actually not 100% sure, so I don't want to say yes and then disappoint you. So I know it's available in 40 states. I haven't been told anything about Canada, so I'm going to say no just because I'm not sure. Sweet. I think that's everything from me. Again, I'll be back at 5 with a little bit more finalized picks. Those finalized picks will be a lot easier because then we're going to have lines, starting goalies, everything like that. We'll have the SGP for the Red Wings Panthers game, which will be fun. And yeah, I appreciate all the guys hanging out. The support recently has been insane. Almost 2,000 people in here, which is really, really cool. Engagement's been through the roof on everything I posted on X. Everything's been awesome. So thank you guys for all the support. It means a ton. If you guys haven't already, go check out ProfitX. Use code Cheddar on sign up. Get up to 200 back in your first month. And again, get the best lines across the market. If you guys are looking at any of these game lines, especially if you're a big solo bet guy, you're not beating these anywhere on the market. I guarantee you they're going to be better than anything DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM are going to offer on any of these. So go check them out. That's why I really like to keep the game line side on ProfitX. I think it's the best in the business. And it's something that I want to get better at as well, is just playing more game lines totals. I know people like that. So go check it out. Appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to be back later today around 5 o'clock. Got a little bit more content out for you. Got to build the mega. And yeah, I'll be back then. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys.